Chapter 1: How to Prepare the Writer in You. The genre. It all begins with the decision to write and discovering that your ideas fit within the genre of a contemporary romance novel. If you settle on this because you are thinking that this genre is probably the easiest to write, you will be sorely disappointed. Writing, regardless of type, is not an easy task. It is not all about being just romantic at heart. It requires a long process of patience and perseverance that can drain all the energies you possess from the deepest recesses of your body and mind. However, even though I might be scaring you with the truth, finishing your own work of art is worth all the chocolates in the world. Nevertheless, you cannot begin anything if you cannot understand it. Before throwing yourself into pen and paper or locking your fingers on the keyboard, primarily, you must prepare yourself. One good way is to have a full appreciation of what a romance novel is. Even if you are one of those individuals who believe they were born to be writers, it is still urgent that you understand what makes a contemporary romance contemporary. Contemporary romance is just one of the variants of romance novels, under which the vast majority of current novels are being published. As for the name itself, contemporary means modern or present day. Generally, stories take place in the same period as it was written by the author. However, it is generally agreed that contemporary romances were written having a time period after World War II. Others say the genre started in the 1970s. Formerly, novels were written that indicated an exact year they were taking place in. However, nowadays it is strongly discouraged to put a year to contemporaries, since it will just outdate the book as time passes, making it less popular. Novels under this genre mirror the characteristics, culture, societal roles, and settings belonging to the present time. Classifications and distinctions from other subgenres. Aside from the period, the difference between contemporary and other romance subgenres lies in the overall characteristics of the novel. Heroes and heroines exhibit personalities more like those of modern men and women. The elements of this subgenre have more realistic and complex approaches than others, such as historical romances, romantic suspense, paranormal romances, inspirational romances, multicultural romances, erotic romances, and others not cited. Nonetheless, you might be surprised to learn that contemporary romances also have variants within the category. In fact, they are too many to mention in this course, and a lot of it depends on how the publisher classifies it. Following are some popular styles you can choose from for a particular project you want to begin with. Young love, medical romance, romantic comedy, contemporary Western romance, love in the workplace, summer love, glamour and jet set. In addition, general contemporary romances can also be classified as long or short contemporary depending on the word count and the height of sexual explicitness. The latter are known to have a higher level of sensuality. The market. As part of your preparation, you need to understand what comprises your market. Since we realize that a huge number of books published today are published under this genre, we must realize that this merely means there will be a lot of competition. Contemporary romance sells like hotcakes, and that is a motivating factor in choosing this path. Although the market should not be the single consideration that should direct you as a writer, you are obliged not to ignore this part. Don't be too laid back, because the competition also suggests you have to come up with a masterpiece in order to stand out from the rest and make the publisher and buyer get interested in your book. Do you have what it takes? Self-assessment early in the game is wise. It is not intended to be cynical and sarcastic, but this particular question will help you in evaluating if you have the guts to make it happen, which means making it happen now. Whether you want to be a full-fledged or a part-time writer, you have to own some essential attitudes and attributes. Patience. You will need lots of this, since writing is a process that takes a long time. Focus. Even though distractions exist, you have the willpower to keep doing what you want, not losing track of where you are in your story and maintaining concentration. Motivation, the force that pushes you to write. It is the reason you provide yourself, which has deep roots, not only in the mind, but on your heart as well. Perseverance. Determination will not be enough if it is not combined with persistence. This trait doesn't allow you to give up easily. Confidence. Before anyone else believes in your ability to tell and write a love story, you must have faith in yourself. Mindfulness, also known as attentiveness. Details should be something very particular to a writer. Being a keen observer falls under this trait. Enthusiasm. You will not want to work on something you don't like, right? You have to enjoy it. Otherwise, your work will not go anywhere. Writing should hold a special place in your heart. Writer's Toolbox. Part of your preparatory process is gathering all the materials needed. You have to arrange all that you will need for a writing career, although the exact items can vary depending on your style or choice. Below is a list of things that will be very helpful to you. Desk lamp, writing pens, notebooks, laptop, computer, internet access, planner, calendar, recorder, research materials such as encyclopedias, magazines, and topic books, contemporary romance novels, dictionary. The writer's own setting. Surroundings play a vital role in a writer's productivity. While place and time is also highly personal, finding, or rather discovering the perfect one is a task that a novelist must set for himself or herself. This should not rule out a particular spot in your home or a favorite cafe as your work area. Most specifically, it means managing your environment and manipulating it in a way that will best help in bringing out the most prolific romance novelist in you. This can be a noisy or noiseless surrounding, working in the morning, or during high noon rush. What is important is you are comfortable with it, while limiting things that will distract your natural flow of thought. Goal fixing. All projects must have goals. Similarly, writing needs goals to be followed to stay on track. Goals will provide a roadmap of the course of your writing. You can develop a short-term everyday goal, long-term writing goal, or personal goal. Examples of goal setting can be laying out a number of pages or words to be done on a single day, or simply setting aside a particular number of hours to write in a day. This gives you a goal that has to be met and keep you on track without putting pressure on yourself.